This is the Super Co-op Squad video game podcast and our final Smash Nintendo Direct. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for us to talk about our final Super Smash Bros. Nintendo Direct. It happened on November 1st, and we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. Some good, some bad. I am one of your hosts, Garrett Laney, and I'm joined by my fellow Smashers, fellow friends, and good time, just co-hosts, Joshua Gerard and Johnny Mac.
How's it going, guys?
I was doing my Nest pose.
You also didn't say anything for those people who are listening via audio.
Oh, yeah. Hi, guys. I'm here. Sorry.
Joshua Gerard, cricket.
Silent protagonist that I am.
All right.
Got to speak for me.
So I'm really just kind of going to go down the kind of big stuff that we saw, kind of in order of what happened in the Direct. So we start our Direct with some new characters. We have Ken Masters joining us as the Echo Fighter to Ryu. What do you guys think about that so far?
I think it was, I don't want to say it was inevitable, but it was pretty obvious. I think they had to go the route. It was just the easiest Echo character that fits, right? Like for the low hanging fruit. So I thought it was a great fit. I'm not super taken with him just because I don't necessarily for Smash Brothers like those like command inputs you have to do for Ryu, and it's going to be equally as frustrating for me with Ken. But it'll still be fun to have another character and a little bit different than Ryu. So I'm down.
Yeah. As excuse me. As one of the things that probably I reacted to a little bit more specifically in the reaction video that I did on my channel, I think Ken looks fantastic. And this is more in comparison to Street Fighter 4 Ken, which big hands, ugly fat feet. Street Fighter 5, long weird banana hair and kind of a messed up face.
Damn, bro. Do you like him or not?
I mean, I like Ken as a character, but they really botched him and how he looks in the last two games. And he looks really clean in this game. Like, he looks good.
Yeah, they did say they were going specifically for the Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Ken. There's a couple of differences, of course, as there are with Echo characters. He has his back throw, Hell Wheel, looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of like Sonic's back throw. I can imagine a lot of people just getting thrown off to
pretty much
their
the
death.
Same as Sonic.
That's got to be his kill throw.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to using it.
I think it's going to be a really good edge guard mechanic where if you can bait someone to roll onto the stage and you just back throw them, and it has distance and it will carry them all the way to the edge.
It looks great. So his Shoryuken, as in classic signature Ken, has fire to it. I'm questioning if that does extra damage. Is there kind of like a damage over time thing?
Maybe. If it doesn't do damage, it's definitely the extra hit stun or maybe shield break properties on the heavy one.
Because like with other fire moves, Bowser's flamethrower, Mario's fireball, they don't really have like a kind of continuous damage count or anything. So I'm kind of curious as to why go through the flourish, or is it just attention to detail kind of thing? Do you think it'll have any actual applications?
I think it'll be both, because in the Street Fighter games, especially earlier on, when you do the heavy Shoryuken with Ken, it actually does more damage, even in games like Third Strike. So I imagine for the risk reward, you can do more damage, but if you miss, you're more vulnerable to the recovery because he has a higher arc to the move. Okay. So I think there's a trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. I don't see that. I think it's more cosmetic. I think it's just there to make it look like, his fireball. I think that's about it.
Yeah, just kind of give him a different flourish to differentiate him to Ryu.
Yeah.
So any likes or dislikes with Ken before we move on?
No. I think we're all the same in that we want more characters. And so, I think it's important. I don't say it's important, but I think it's good that they're adding a bunch of Echo characters, because it doesn't make any sense. I said this from the beginning. It doesn't make sense to make a term for the Echo characters, the clones, unless you are going to support it with new clones. So, this is that.
Gotcha. My final question for Ken. Does he deserve to be in Smash?
I think so. I think it's comparable to pair him up with Ryu, because it is the pairing that has lived throughout all of Street Fighter. If you liked a, Fireball or Shoto character, it was either Ryu or Ken, and everybody had a side. So to bring that into Smash Brothers is pretty cool.
I don't necessarily know if he deserves to be in, but I think he fits. Ryu's already in there. I would have much rather had Chun-Li, just to represent the female characters a little bit more.
Same here.
But I also understand that she necessarily can't be a Echo Fighter to Ryu. She's going to need a much more specific and unique moveset.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other character.
I'm along the camp with you, Johnny. Not necessarily does he deserve to be in there. I think he fits, but I do think there were other characters that probably could have taken a spot above him.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see him.
Yeah, same.
Now, moving on to our second introductory character, our new character, new fighter, Incineroar.
So really quick, when they first showed the fight in that cinematic trailer with Ken and Little Mac, and then you look into like the wing of like the arena and you see the glowing eyes, I thought, oh my God, did they really put Akuma as another Echo Fighter? Like, I was like, what else could it be? Like, why would they be in this thing? I thought it was Akuma. I thought it was.
I don't know how you got that with the glowing yellow eyes.
Just because, I don't know, like his demon eyes or something. Like, I don't know.
Are they like black and red?
They're red.
Something like that. But okay, I see. All right. I don't agree, but speculation. I like it.
I thought it was K. Rool, like an evil wins type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the dark with it. I'm like, okay, obviously there's going to be another character. I was in the dark. Then I saw the fire, cause you see from the perspective of Incineroar, him running to the ring. You don't necessarily see the character yet. And then you see him jump and then fire shooting up. I'm like, oh, fire character. Who could it be? Who could it be? And then a split second before they reveal Incineroar, I'm like, Incineroar, because I knew that was kind of been a rumor. And, as I have written down here, another Smash game, another new Pokemon. Ever since there's been Smash Brothers games, they have introduced new Pokemon in each one, from the next generation, actually. So it's nice to see Incineroar get that kind of same love and attention.
Fun fact.
Yes, fun fact. We got him here too. So one thing I really like about Incineroar is his poses. It's a small thing. You can cancel out of them, so it doesn't really affect. But whenever he successfully gets an attack, he does a little wind pose, point to the sky, kind of roar kind of thing. There's moments where if he misses an attack, you'll kind of see him just kind of like face palm and kind of get upset with himself. I just think it's a funny thing to add, and him being like a pro wrestler like character. Yeah, sell it, man. I love it.
I don't. Not the posing. That's funny and unique. I don't want him in the game. Like, I feel like there were so much better Pokemon that could have been in there. Just, I know it had to be a new Pokemon for their new game, but I didn't want this. I mean, it's fine he's here. I will probably try him. He doesn't seem like my kind of character, but I'll give it a shot. But yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about this character. Never heard of him before. I've been out of Pokemon for a long time.
When you did your video, your reaction video, you didn't even know it was a Pokemon at first. You're like, is that a Pokemon?
Yes,
I think it's a Pokemon. So
it could have been some other random character from a random Nintendo game. But for some reason, and this went back to Ultimate or just Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Once I got a load of Hagar and a slower grapple, wrestling type character, from then on, I am more intrigued by grappling characters. I played a little bit of Zangief in Street Fighter 4, which I didn't think I was ever going to do. And some other games I played some grappler characters. So I'm actually intrigued by playing this character. It looks fun. The whole bring up the ropes on the side of a wrestling, I am so confused and appalled and so happy it's in there because it just comes up from the ground. And then he has different lariat moves where you can hit exactly, you can whiff to get a different move like that. That changes it up a little bit. I do not like his suicide up B though. I don't like characters that if you just happen to mistime it, like it's an instant death. Just like the down air spikes, like where Sonic or Zero Suit Samus, I don't like those. He pretty much has it.
He does, but for what I say about that is just know your character. Know when it's safe to do the thing.
Don't do the move. It's a waste of a moveset.
One thing I think that makes him Incineroar different, other than the cool pro wrestling moves, in my opinion. I like wrestling, so that kind of steps in. He, I think, has a unique counter that no other character has. Roy kind of can take the damage and flip it, depending on what attack was used on him. Other people just kind of have your classic counters. Shulk does a kind of slow down move. But with Incineroar, he still takes the damage. He doesn't go flying or anything, and he doesn't do a counter attack per se, but his next attack is powered up. I think that's a unique way to do it, and there's no other character I can think of.
No, it's a risk reward.
That does that. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is interesting. And I think I wish they would have taken this approach with more counters that are all not kind of cookie cutter, because there's a few people that have very similar counters. And I wonder though, what the applications would this be for like grabs? Would his grab then be more? Because I mean, that would be a problem. Like he has a kill grab, and normally it kills at 115%, but then like you hit him, he gets the counter on you, and now he's got an 80% kill throw. Like, woo.
I think that would be unfair if you did a kill throw based on a power up like that. But
well, I think that kind of goes with the counter thing. You have to know your opponent and see when they're going to do an attack to do a successful counter. This is really just the same thing. Instead of just being an automatic kill, now Incineroar has to work at getting you in right position, getting that grab, and if that's a high level thing to do, to look out for that. Yeah. It's one of those things.
Yep.
Last question for Incineroar: does he deserve to be in Smash?
No, absolutely not. Like, is he, I don't even know because I didn't play the new ones. Is he the evolution of a starter?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I mean, that's a little bit better.
Don't remember which one, but he's a starter.
And I also would have felt good having a grass type in the game. Like, let's get a grass type. We already have Charizard.
We already have water and fire. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, okay, for Pokemon that, we got
Psychic.
Ivysaur, but like we have Mewtwo, we've got Charizard, we have Lucario, we have Greninja.
Got
they
the
all
thunder
fit,
types.
Yeah, Pikachu, Jigglypuff. God, we have a lot of specific types. Like it could have been someone who was maybe a type that's not represented in the game. I would have freaking loved like Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee again. I know that it couldn't be them because they're not new, but like something like that, like a straight up fighting type. Yeah. That'd be sick.
That would make sense, right? A fighting type Pokemon in a fighting game, like a Blaziken, a fire fighting type.
Joshua, do you think he deserves to be in Smash?
No, when you said that question the first time, I didn't hear the word deserve. I heard something else, even though you said it. Does he deserve it? No, because there are a very select few characters that I think deserve to be in the game. Like, in my opinion, Banjo and Kazooie deserve to be in this game because they started with Nintendo and there's different properties. I think a new Pokemon is good, because that's one of your flagship franchises that's on your platform. So you need a new Pokemon to kind of bridge the gap a little bit more. I'm sure there could have been plenty of other Pokemon to choose, but this adds a different style to the game. So I like that at least.
I'm going to go with yes. I do think Incineroar deserves to be in Smash. Not only just kind of keeping up with tradition with bringing in a new character with a new Smash Brothers game, but I think he brings a new kind of flavor of a kind of fighter into the Smash Bros. I think does mix things up, and he is grapple heavy pretty much, and he's got his own just kind of I guess specialties is what I want to say, and I'm excited to see him more and maybe see him play at the top level kind of thing. I do think he's got what it takes to be up there as like maybe not top tier, but up there, I think.
That's suspect. I don't know.
Gotta get our hands on the character first.
There's never been a grappling character, and I don't know how well that's going to work with the kind of rock, paper, scissors of attack, grab, and throw. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm excited for him.
They did make a Street Fighter reference on his neutral B move.
They did. Red
Darkest
Cyclone.
Lariat, like a red cyclone. All right. So, with these characters being introduced, we are now up to 76 fighters. This is including Pokemon Trainer, counting them as 3, and also the Mii fighters.
Yeah.
Is this the largest roster of a fighting game?
Absolutely. I don't think there's ever been a game that's had more characters than this, ever. Marvel vs. Capcom was in the 50s. Yeah. No game has had this many characters.
Yeah.
There's probably one game out there, but not a well-placed known game.
Okay. I just thought it was a little funny thing to mention.
Yeah, I wonder what are the neutral B moves for Ivysaur and Squirtle. Like if you're able to pick them solely, and not have them as like the part of the trio, then what is the move that they do that's not going to be the Pokeball? I have not yet seen that.
Oh well, no, they're always part of the set.
Really?
Yeah, there is no. It counts because there's 3 different characters there. There's 3 different move sets. There's 3 different recoveries.
So Charizard doesn't. You can't play him separately and like.
No, absolutely not. They're going back to Brawl.
Ooh, I don't like that.
But you can't play solo Charizard?
You can't play solo Charizard. Well, I mean, if you choose, when you die, Squirtle's going to come back out and you can switch back to Charizard. But there's no, I'm I'm Charizard. I'm being Charizard.
Really?
I live and die Charizard. No, they're part of a set. Once again.
Yeah, I don't like that. But we'll see. We'll
don't
see.
really like that either.
I think it's interesting. Well, not interesting. I think it makes sense though.
It does make sense.
All right. We're just gonna blow over this one. Amiibos, they're back. They're a thing. You can train them. Moving on.
I like the Wolf Amiibo.
There's some cool ones. I'll be buying them, but there's
climbers,
nothing new to really add to this. I don't think they've announced any new stuff to Amiibos other than what we're about to get into, that you can power them up. But I don't think we really need to spend any
Amiibos
time
are
on it.
Amiibos. Will we get a good stock? Probably not.
Probably not. I'm going to pre-order them. All right. So here's where some of us may differ, or probably not. I think we're all in the same camp. Spirits. Here we are with spirits. They mentioned that they can't really dedicate all the time to make trophies again. It's a lot of work, and I get that. But we're not getting stickers either, which was back in like the Brawl days, which kind of added stats and nonsense to your characters. So now we have spirits, which are characters from other games and franchises that aren't necessarily, well, they're not assist trophies, they're not full-fledged characters, but it's the kind of way that Nintendo and Smash Bros. Can pay homage to them and let you know that, hey, yeah, we thought about them. They're a part of this. There's all different kinds of spirits. There's different grades, rankings, based on how strong or rare they are. And they give bonuses to your characters, more damage, faster, jump higher, that kind of thing. It plays a lot like I think it was back in Smash 4, that kind of adventure mode, fun Smash, or that kind of thing. What do you guys think about spirits?
Nope.
That's it. That's all you have to say, isn't it?
I can expand later, but nope.
Go ahead and expand. I'll let you go first.
Nah, finish what you got to say, man.
Well,
Or start what you got to say.
Just say a yes or no or whatever.
I like a lot of the ideas. I'm not going to play this mode.
Fair enough. For me, the way that they're doing the spirit battles is I don't want to use spirits. I'm not going to equip any of them.
Batgirl.
But I do kind of want to collect them. I just want to collect them. And the way that you can get spirits is by doing these kind of event mode matches, which, I mean, we've had event mode since Melee, where you have special circumstances and, defeat this opponent under these conditions kind of thing. I think that's fun. I think it's funny how they have characters that kind of resemble the spirit that you're trying to get. They showed plenty of those. So I'm interested in collecting them more than using them.
So they grabbed you by the cojones because they told you they're going to strip you of the trophy collectible feature, and then they're going to give you an interactive collectible feature.
Somewhat, that was probably cheaper and easier to make.
I mean, I guess, but you're still collecting stuff.
Yeah, which I've never had an issue with. I like collecting things.
I don't have an issue with it either.
Just I don't want to use the buffs and stat increases and equip my fighters with this spirit and all that. I just want to, oh cool, I got that spirit, or oh nice, oh let me level this spirit up, which was I thought kind of interesting that you can level up these spirits. There's kind of like your base mode, and then by I guess using them more or feeding them and training them kind of thing, they kind of evolve into other not other spirits, but I guess the same character with more like complex armor and kind of thing that they would wear in that spirit's original game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this that just doesn't interest me. I don't want to buff my characters, level up spirits. This just did not need to be in the game, in my opinion. It muddies the waters of what the game is. It's a free for all fighter. That's all I want it to be. I don't need the sticker stuff. I would have rather had 4 more characters. I don't want this thing. So that's my take on it.
Fair enough.
I have no problem with it being in there because they added a different type of mode that it's accessible to everybody, but not everybody is going to care about. People that are competitive like us, not going to care. Excuse me, they're not going to care. But the casual gamer is going to be fine with it. They added a micromanaging RPG system in a Smash Brothers game where you can pick characters, you can level them up. You have little smaller characters and fun stuff. You can level them up. You feed them. You take your food, and you can do that exponentially with different characters, boost your stats into this single player experience. My favorite thing about this is what they've done to take all these characters and enemies from franchises, Nintendo and non-Nintendo, to put them in this game. I was so pissed when they had a Dixie Kong in here, and I was like, the one character I wanted in the game, it's probably not going to be in the game because of that. Because she's a spirit.
Yeah.
And then I said in my video, I was like, you can dissolve your spirit to make a stronger spirit and split them up to have more spirits. I'm like, it's all just spirit sex. Like, it's like I see where they're going, and they're expanding. I would have been okay if this was announced on the last Direct, but.
Yeah, but so much not the final Direct.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of content to give us in the end, so.
Okay. So I think that's all we really need to say about spirits. Some of us know where we are.
Yep.
Moving on to the next thing, we have online battle, of course. You'll need, of course, the online NSO, Nintendo Switch Online, to play online. There's also local play that you can do with up to 4 Switches, which I don't know how many of us plan on playing using the Joy-Cons and the Switches, but it's nice that it's there.
Right.
You know, maybe at cons or something. One thing I do like about this is how you set the rules first. There's no For Honor, For Glory, 2-on-2, 1-on-1. It's before you look for a lobby, you set what you want. I want a stock battle. I want it 1-on-1. I want to play on just Omega.
That's how it should have been.
And so that's what I kind of dig in here, is that they've kind of, I guess, I don't know if they listen to the community. I don't think anyone's necessarily saying that it needs to be this way, but they've thought of a way to kind of improve searching and games and all that kind of stuff. So what do you guys think about this kind of new way to find your game?
No, okay. I like it a lot. So one thing that you should have in a fighting game is when you are creating a lobby or creating a matchmaking system, you should have the ability to choose what type of matchmaking you want to do. If you want it to be 3 minutes or 5 minutes, if you want to have items or a very specific item, like you need to have those options so that way other people that are looking for the same thing you are, it makes it easier to connect. One thing that I think is awesome is they added 2v2 matches that you can do online. So you can partner with somebody else and then do another 2v2 match on there. So that's something that I wanted in the previous game because we didn't get actually much in, Smash 4. So the options are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about this just because their servers didn't work very well to begin with. So, you throw in, and I don't know how many people are playing. So you throw in all these options and now you've got your community split across, well, these people want 3 minutes and these want 5 and these want 2. And these guys that want 2 want to play Omega only. Like now, instead of being able to find a lobby relatively easy, it's going to be a lot more difficult just because you give all these options, people are bound to try. So I would have preferred something much simpler, like For Honor and
For Glory,
whatever the other one was. Well, For Glory is the one that's good, like the one I want to play.
Oh, For Fun.
For Fun is the one I don't care. Yeah, I don't. Who knows about that? So that would have been. I would have preferred something more like that personally.
Okay, I see where that's going. Where the more specific you get, the smaller and smaller that selection is going to be.
That pool of players that are going to be online.
Nintendo has to get the netcode right for this, or it has to be very, very good. And I'm hoping that with Nintendo Service Online or the Nintendo Switch Online, that introduction fee and that service we are paying for, not just for Smash, but for other games too, but especially for Smash. Like that's the one game you have to get right online.
You would think so. With a paid service, there'd be improved network, but they, in this Direct, even said it would be helpful if you would have a wired LAN connection.
Don't like hearing that.
No, because it's the same thing they said when they introduced the GameCube controller adapters. Like, here's the money you have to spend to get a better experience.
I still don't like it. I don't want to hear that. Like,
yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, really, Nintendo? Like,
Microsoft doesn't tell me, well, Johnny, yeah, Fallout 76 is coming out, but you probably should have a LAN cable connected. Like, they just let me figure it out. So
yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it's not as bad as it was like back in the Brawl days or anything. I'm hoping we can still get a stable connection. Mario Kart can do it. I don't see why not.
I heard Splatoon's pretty good.
Yeah.
ARMS I heard was pretty good.
So here's hoping.
Oh, quick question.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to run like a 2-day beta event like they've done with, the other 3 or 4 big titles
I don't think so. Only because they're making a big deal out of going, from like location to location to sample the game. By the way, I checked, nothing near us, so don't worry about it. Then again, I'm the only one that hasn't played Smash Brothers.
That's true.
Ultimate. Although they have the full roster available these last couple of locations. One thing I do like. I mean, I don't know how much I'll get into it, but when you defeat a player online, you get their Smash tag.
I do like that. And I like that you're able to amass multiples. So you'll see, like, I beat this guy 17 times.
Yeah. I like that too. But the thing is, like, they show just generic, 4-letter names. Like, if I run into you and your name is DW, but I run into someone else that says DW, is it going to be a different tag, or is it going to be the same tag just because the name's the same?
Well, you customize each tag. You set your name and your color. That's the extent I've seen it as. I think there's also like a picture of your me or something like that, or maybe you can do like one of those icons that you select for a Switch account. Mine will be an R-Wing in that case. But yeah, there's different ones. I don't think they're just going to lump all the D collection and that kind of thing. I to what you said, Johnny, I do like that you can collect multiple of them. For whatever reason, you can sell them.
I did not like hearing that.
Yeah, it kind of makes it do you lose the record of
right
the matches you had with that person? You get gold, which you spend in the store for, music tracks, probably me outfits, who God knows what else, spirits. But what does that do for like my track record if I want to keep track of how many times I beat blank person?
Yeah, I thought about that. It doesn't make any sense because they do have to keep a record of your win-loss ratio. So they must have another way for you to do that once you don't want those tags.
Yeah, maybe
Ghost tag.
A stats screen or something like that. Last real quick thing about our online, they announced that I think after the release of Smash Brothers, or at least a couple months later, they're going to have the Smash World app, which is really just an app where you can, post pictures, clips, videos, and view pictures, clips, and videos. They've done this before and shut down that service back in Brawl.
They'll be shutting this one down relatively quick as well.
I don't know about that. It being on a phone rather than on the actual console, it was probably a little easier to manage. And I think it really depends on how often people are using that service. So we'll see. It'll be nice to see what other people do. I'm sure they'll record some funny clips or some, cool combos or something like that. So I'll check some of that out.
We'll see.
All right, we're moving on to assist trophies. How many hearts were broken when you saw the character that you were hoping for?
It was the first one, Garrett.
I'm sorry.
It's the first one.
I'm sorry. Not only did they kick you in the nuts with the Dixie sticker, Dixie Spirit, but then they show off Isaac.
1 and 2 on my list. 1 and 2. Well, the first one they officially showed for you was Shadow, but
yeah, that one hurt me. Yeah, Shadow's an assist trophy again. But
in this game, they're making it like assist trophies are secondary characters that can fight alongside you.
But I want to play as Shadow.
I know you do.
I would.
He did Chaos Control.
I would take a skin. Like, it doesn't even have to be an Echo Fighter. Just.
Did they already avail all the skins, all the alternate palette colors for everybody yet?
No, but I'm pretty sure it'd be kind of confusing if you can be Shadow as a alternate skin, and then here comes Shadow the assist trophy. Which one do you fight?
Yeah, they'd have to pull him out for sure. I'm just sad that obviously Waluigi didn't make it in.
We don't know that yet.
He's an assist trophy.
They did not show Waluigi as an assist trophy.
He was in the Wii U version.
He was in the Wii U version. They did not show him in this version.
That's fair.
It's still open.
Yeah.
We don't know.
No.
We'll see.
Ribbon, Springman, though. You deserve better, man. Yeah. You're new. I want to welcome you to the Smash, family and everything, but Nintendo made you an assist trophy. I do think you deserve to be a character.
Doesn't mean another ARMS character won't be in it. Like, they could be a different, like, ARMS character as a regular fighter.
That's the mascot, man.
I
That's the
know.
guy on the cover, though.
I know. There's another person on the cover that's getting hit in the face.
Ribbon Girl, I think, was reduced to a Mii Fighter costume.
You know, that was another thing that was disappointing for me. Rex was a costume, but I do the mini dragon on his back in his helmet because that's how he carries him around in the game. So they kept that.
Okay.
And they got some cool Mii Fighter costumes, but I've never used a Mii Fighter, like, ever.
Yeah. I got rid of them because it cluttered up my character selection screen. Didn't like it. But yeah, so assist trophies are back. You can attack them. Apparently they count as, I don't know about stocks, but score maybe, where if an opponent takes out your assist trophy, you're docked a point and they gain a point.
No, I think in the last game you gain a life, you gain a stock if you were to destroy an assist trophy.
Didn't know that, but I know in this one they're saying that the person who summoned the assist trophy might want to take out their own assist trophy to avoid losing a point.
Yee.
Yeah.
Well, that won't matter for us. We'll have that turned off.
No, but
none of this stuff matters for us because we're not going to use any of this.
All right, so we're going to move on to DLC. They did announce that there will be DLC sets. Each set will have one character, one stage, and multiple music tracks. Each set will be about $5. And you can get the Smash Pass, which comes with that Rex Mii Fighter outfit, for $24.99. You know, you got 5 sets, $5. That's $25.
Yeah, I think without it, it's $5.99 or $6.99. They said
$5.99.
Yeah, so you save $5.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering because I didn't really see the benefit. I thought it was just $5. But so this is, I think, pretty much how they did DLC back in the Wii U version. When you got a character, you got a new stage, and you got some new music tracks.
Yeah, they divvied it up a little bit because it was a little weird how they launched it because you had Mii Fighter packs. Most of the DLC was Mii Fighter packs.
Yeah.
So then you had Mewtwo, and then you had Roy and Ryu and Bayo, right? Was Bayo launch?
Cloud.
Cloud and Bayo. No, Corey.
No, they were later. I remember them being later because I was really excited for Bayo.
Cloud,
but
Bayo,
when you got Bayo, you got a new stage. When you got Ryu, you got a new stage. Yep. Each of those stages came with music tracks. Cloud, the same thing. So this kind of seems like on track to me.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I mean I don't expect more than that for $25. Like
no, I think it's fairly priced because you're getting a stage and a character.
Yeah, I mean
some music stuff.
I mean that's about what I expect for a character. So to throw everything else in, it's just kind of icing on the cake. But yeah. This is perfectly fine for me. 5 characters, $25.
But it's got to be character at least 2 or 3 that we want / need.
I mean, I think they definitely will be more like wheel centric. Like, you know, it'll be core things and not so much random things. I think it'll be things that people want for sure.
I mean, they've said that these 5 that we're getting are not Echo Fighters. They're all brand new characters.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that one of them may not include an Echo Fighter.
Well, they specifically did say that we're not talking Echo Fighters. I think that means...
What I mean, though, is like, let's say... I don't know.
Lyn from Fire Emblem.
Well, no. Let's say Isaac from Golden Sun, right? They bring him as a character. They may have Garrett as a Echo to him included.
No, I don't... You're going to be in the game?
So it wouldn't be, here's an Echo. It'd be like, here's the character completely new, but he also has an Echo attached to him as well.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Maybe not. I could see them throwing that in and being cool about it.
Down the line, but not for these 5. I don't see it.
We'll see.
Oh, well, I'm also hoping that there'll be more after this 5.
Yeah.
You never know.
I really hope that out of this 5, one of them is not a Fire Emblem character and not a Pokemon. Because we already have a lot of those.
One of them's probably going to be a Pokemon.
I think it will be 2, but I don't want it to be.
There's a chance.
Speaking of DLC characters, not included in the pass, and for a limited time, you too can get Piranha Plant.
The most mind-blowing reveal in this entire direct.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the best way.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a bit underwhelming, especially to make this like the drop to be like, hey, pick up the game immediately. They should have hit it way harder than this, and it's kind of insulting to Waluigi and Isaac and all those characters who to make the Dixie Kong, to make the Piranha Plant, Wonderful 101, like to make the Piranha Plant the character that you're gonna, bring and skip all those guys, not okay.
Like, it seems like such a joke character to me. Like, I'm happy there's another character, but there's so many more people that need to be above Piranha Plant.
Yeah, that deserve to be there. Absolutely.
This is the Negan of Tekken. Like, why is this character in here?
Yeah.
This is even worse. He's not even a creature. He's just an animal in Mario.
It's just a Little Shop of Horrors plant.
It's bad.
But I mean, I'll throw it out there just in case people are interested. You either buy the game digitally, pre-order it, and you get them, or if you buy the physical copy, it'll come with a code, and you log into My Nintendo, I think.
Yeah.
Sign in and put in the code. There you go. You got your Piranha Plant. Now, does this mean that if you don't get it in time, you're locked out of getting Piranha Plant, or just you have to pay for Piranha
I think
Plant?
you'll have to pay for it.
I agree. You'd have to pay for it.
Because I think that's what they did with Mewtwo. Mewtwo was free for something. I guess limited time.
I think
or
if you
something
bought
like
the 3DS version, you got Mewtwo for free in the Switch version.
I think it's if you bought both. I think there was something if you bought both or something like that. But you can get him separately through monetary means. So I guess if you miss out on the limited time offer, you should probably still be good.
Okay.
Does Piranha Plant deserve to be in Smash?
No.
All right.
It's a hard no. Just, you could have redid the Mario stage from the original Smash Brothers, where he comes out of the pipes, and he would have been fine there. But no, he got out somehow.
Yeah. And he runs somehow.
In a plant
All right.
vase pipe thingy.
So we're moving on, nearing the end of our podcast here, of our episode. One last thing I really want to talk about. It's the World of Light. The new adventure mode, the new way to, what I assume is to unlock your characters, get more spirits and all that kind of stuff. We opened up with, I think, one of the most epic Smash Brothers cinematics
Absolutely.
in Super Smash history so far. We got people getting wiped out Thanos style. And there's so many small details in that opening sequence. There's so many ways that people have noticed. There's a scene where Pikachu and Sonic are running away from this beam of light that is obliterating our characters, our beloved friends and people we love and all that. And it shows Sonic kind of reaching back, trying to grab Pikachu or pull Pikachu.
He's not fast enough.
And because of that, he gets wiped out trying to help someone else.
Should have thought about number one.
I assume from the Kid Icarus games that Pit and Dark Pit actually get their powers from Palutena.
So it looked like to me. So she disappeared. The wings just poof.
Yeah, they lost their ability to flight as soon as Palutena. She tried her best to put up the reflective barrier and
As
and
did a
keep
few
them safe.
people thinking it worked.
Yeah.
Bayo.
What else are you supposed to do?
Yeah, Bayo tried her best.
Which time ain't got nothing.
No.
I thought one of my favorite ones,
This has to be the best one.
Snake.
There's no way.
Snake was my favorite one, where it's just a box. You don't see him
Snake
get
at
in the
all.
box. You don't see him lift up the box and take a look. You just see a box, and people know.
He may not have been in there.
That's true. That is true.
He may not.
But he was.
They should have given
Because
the
he's-
exclamation point. Wah.
Yeah.
Real quick, funny story. I read that a lot of the third-party developers were not okay with seeing their characters get wiped out. Some were okay, some were not. But you'll notice there were a lot of people who were there at the beginning when Fox is like, "All right, we have to take them all out." And by the way, he has a much better voice. I do want to
He
point
does.
that out. Thank you, Nintendo, for not doing that to Fox.
Yes, they botched. I want to know why he's the point character.
He's cool. He's Fox McCloud.
I was just like, out of all the characters that could have ran point, I was like, Fox ran point? Okay.
Well, it's because Mario wasn't going to speak. Like, they weren't going to make him speak like that, like all tough and stuff.
True.
There were definitely a lot of interesting, funny nods in that cinematic trailer, especially when everything was happening with them getting wiped out with the laser blast. They put a lot of detail and craft into it. Like, I loved the fact that even though I'm not a Legend of Zelda fan, the Hylian shield could block it. Like, he was like, ding, ding, blocking him. That was pretty sick. I also love the fact that it showed Petey, old Pokemon trainer, and he had his Pokemon shooting fire.
The Tri-Beam.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden Bowser came up too, boom, and blew his fire too. Like, that was
They
just,
all tried.
yeah, it was just sick that they did that. There was another one that I thought was super good. Was it the Mewtwo? No, Mewtwo was,
Nah, he
oh
tried
no,
it.
it wasn't even that, but it was earlier. Like, I just like old Old bitch Marth was like, we're gonna have to take out 10 each. And Zelda was like, stow your fear. Like, we can do it. I'm like, yeah, tell him.
So that's the other thing. It seems like they're gonna have some type of full-fledged voice acting in these type of sequences.
I think for certain characters,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, most of them don't talk.
True. Also, but among all our favorite characters, one made it through.
I thought he imploded or exploded.
Oh, come on, bro. Have you not played Kirby?
I have.
Okay, then.
I have. Just my first instinct is like, oh, he blew up.
Nah, I mean, I thought it was sick how they just had him riding that star and just dodging left and right. Like, I always like when they show Kirby like determined, like
Angry
He's
Kirby.
got the angry
Yeah.
face. Yep.
he was just like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to live and fight another day. It was just sick how it happened.
Like I was on the seat of my couch just rooting, like, go Kirby,
Yeah.
go, you can do it, man, you can do it.
I thought it was funny that they didn't actually show Mario bite the bullet.
No, what I'm actually kind of
But they show Ridley taking him out.
right. What I'm actually kind of surprised about is because they said you'll start the game with 8 characters. I think those 8 characters should have made it, like through the cutscene.
Yeah.
True, we don't see Mario get bite the bullet, but Pikachu we do see.
Pikachu got it.
Captain Falcon.
got it.
He's not part of the original 8, but yeah, he mid jump into the blue
He wasn't
Falcon.
even effective. They also didn't show DK take it.
Yeah,
No,
DK.
they didn't show Fox because he would have tried to reflect it.
They didn't show Fox.
No, maybe they showed Falco because they showed someone jumping in R-Wing
Yeah,
trying to fly
it was
away,
Falco.
and they didn't make it.
I
He
don't
was
recall
flying
them
away.
showing Yoshi get incinerated. I don't think any of those 8.
Yeah.
Link, we did see Link.
Yeah, we see Link,
But-
we see our boy Link.
Yeah, but Kirby made it. And then they had the music when the music chimed in when he came back.
Man, dude, I was hype. I was like, what? It felt like such an epic moment to me because I love that song, and finding out it has lyrics and seeing the lyrics kick in and Kirby get up and he's like, all right, it's time to save my friends.
Right?
Kind
This
of
is
thing.
it.
It felt like such an epic moment. I was so happy.
Well, just the fact that when they actually kind of show how the nightmares are coming out of him, and then you see all the evil eyes and they pan that out, like that was really cool.
And creepy too.
Very much so. Even when you're transitioning from whatever stage level to stage level, and then you see like an evil Marth, and you're like, oh, I'm about to go up against my friend. I got to take him out. So it's really cool. I'm very excited for this mode.
Yeah.
It just really, really looks like a fun adventure mode. Looks like they have different puzzles and things that you'll be able to do. And the one thing I wanted when I said in the beginning of my reaction video is I want a game or an adventure mode where it looks like it's going to take you to different worlds. It's going to take you to different characters and different themes, and you're going to have to kind of traverse these different lands. And that's exactly what it looks like is going to happen.
So to kind of close things off, what are your thoughts on World of Light? Do you plan on playing a lot of it?
Absolutely.
What-
I plan on running it through.
I'll play it. I'll beat it. I don't care too much after that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't play Smash Brothers for these reasons. I
For
play
the single player?
Yeah, I play it so I can fight people. Like real people.
Yeah. Oh, the CPU is not real.
No, it's
well,
not.
No, I get you, Johnny, and for the most part, I'm there with you. But I am for whatever reason, stickers and all, I am excited for World of Light. I'm excited to unlock characters. That was one of the first things I said when I get my copies. I just want to unlock characters, and if this is how I do it, I'm more than happy to go through World of Light, see what really happened, save all my friends.
Yeah.
When Sakurai said, like, I'm going to give you a sneak peek, that wasn't a sneak peek. That was like a full unveiling.
I mean, we saw a whole bunch. We saw all different kinds of areas and stages. We saw some sort of leveling up system, some sphere grid kind of thing. So I'm beyond hype for World of Light. So with all that said, we are closing our episode here, our final Smash Direct. What grade would you guys give this?
Are we going to do our traditional 3-tiered system? Or are we going
No, I'm thinking letter grade this time.
Okay.
The A through F.
Gets a C plus from old Johnny John. Yeah, it didn't hit hard enough. And I think Joshua, as you said several times, to place, if you're only going to have those, I mean, honestly, 2 reveals of characters, and yes, they did announce at the end there will be Piranha Plant and there'll be 5 DLC. But initially, in the beginning, they said we've got 2 more characters and that's it. Now I knew they were going to have DLC, but to say that and then just bring those two was pretty lackluster. Not a good way to create hype.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird way to say, all right, in this trailer, you're going to see all the remaining characters. Oh, there's two.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a little lackluster.
Yeah.
Joshua.
I give it a B+ because the cinematics, when they had them, were awesome. World of Light, awesome. DLC, looking forward to that. Spirits, although I'm probably not going to jump into it. I think it's a cool mode with a lot of great concepts and a lot of touchback on a lot of, video game history. Overall, I think the presentation was great with the exception of the lack of characters. I mentioned before, why did you make us wait all this time for only 2 characters and a plant that we're not going to water?
Nobody asked for.
And just a quick side on that. Villager watered the plant and he got big. Like, is that a thing?
I'm sure they snuck in some super mushroom or
probably
super mushroom. They have funny ways of doing that.
Yeah, and the funniest thing out of those sequences was after Incineroar beats up on Ken, all 3 K. Rool, Villager, and Bowser Jr. are all like patent gloves because they're waiting in line. I thought that was great.
Like Incineroar's like, I got to fight these guys now.
Wreck these guys real quick.
I'm with you, Joshua. I give this a B+. I was very happy with the kind of content that's coming, though I do not care for the effect of spirits. Like I said, I do want to collect them. I'm beyond hype for World of Light. I think that mode's going to be a lot of fun. And DLC characters, new stages coming. I'm happy. I'm very excited for this, and I think that may not have been the best direct to be your final direct, but I do think it had a good chunk and it showed some great stuff.
Yeah, they should have saved some of those characters from the previous directs for this last one, for sure.
Yeah, and one thing that you had mentioned before, Johnny, that I liked what you said. Even despite all of this, good or bad, we got exactly what we wanted, which was a new Smash Brothers game. We got new characters. We got 300 plus stages. We got a bajillion tracks. Like, we didn't have to get any of this.
Right.
Sakurai, mounted up, and health issues or not, he continues to blow our minds, even though he says he's done. Like, it seems like he's never done.
Right.
And I'm just excited to get this in my hands.
Cool.
All right. Well, that sums up our final Super Smash Brothers Direct. I don't know how many times I'm going to say Final Smash, but I guess this is the final time. So if you want to talk to us, you can reach us together at Super Co-op Squad. That's on our Twitter. We are also Facebook.com/Super Co-op Squad. Instagram too. And of course, you can reach us individually if you want to just chat with us on Twitter. I am at GJL3275.
I am at Eternal Red Gamer.
I'm at JohnnyMac24.
That's right.
Of course, we got YouTube as well.
We do.
Yes, so please check that out. We'll have this up there in time, but you can also listen to us, like, comment, subscribe, give us a review. We appreciate all that, and of course, we appreciate you. So, we'll see you on Smash Online. I'm Garrett.
I'm Joshua.
I'm ready.
Fight!